You are a slave. You do not think you are, but you are. You are a slave to your desires, a slave to the opinions of people you despise, and a slave to a reality you feel you cannot control. You beg the world for permission. You beg for success, for love, for recognition. And because you beg, the world denies you. Robert Greene understands the modern laws of power. He could have written only about how to conquer the world, but his deeper lesson is how to conquer the pathetic, whining voice inside your own head. He understood a brutal truth that modern men have forgotten. The man who needs nothing is the man who controls everything. I'm going to hand you the keys to the strategic mind. This is not about finding peace. This is about building a psychological fortress so impenetrable that rejection, failure, and chaos do not just bounce off you. They fuel you. By the end of this, you will no longer ask the world for what you want. You will take it simply by realizing it was yours the entire time. Phase 1. The erasure of the victim. The first step to getting what you want is realizing that wanting is an admission of lack, and admitting lack is a position of weakness. In Robert Greene's modern power philosophy, the moment you allow external events to define your inner state, you surrender control. Remove the judgment, and you have removed the thought, I am hurt. Remove the thought, I am hurt, and the hurt itself is gone. Read that again. He is not saying pretend you are not hurt. He is saying that the hurt does not exist outside of your decision to acknowledge it. Most of you walk through life with your skin turned inside out. You are raw nerves. If someone ignores your text, you feel rejected. If your boss criticizes your work, you feel incompetent. If the market crashes, you feel victimized. You are constantly waiting for the external world to tell you how to feel. You have outsourced your emotional stability to random events. This is the behavior of a peasant, not a strategist. To get what you want, you must first revoke the world's power to deny you. Imagine you are insulted. A colleague calls you lazy. The average man reacts. He defends himself. He gets angry. He goes home and complains to his wife. He has allowed another person to colonize his mind. He has given away his power. The strategic mind does something different. It looks at the insult and deconstructs it. He calls me lazy. This is a sound vibrating in the air. It is an opinion generated by his brain filtered through his insecurities, his bad day, his limited perception of me. Why should his hallucination become my reality? You simply delete the judgment. I am not hurt. And suddenly you aren't. This is not delusion. This is the ultimate power move. When you refuse to be offended, you become terrifying. Think about it. What can you do to a man who cannot be insulted? What can you do to a man who does not care if he loses money? What can you do to a man who looks at a catastrophe and shrugs? You can do nothing. He is untouchable. And when you are untouchable, you become magnetic. People sense a vacuum of neediness. They sense that you do not require their validation, and because you do not need it, they are desperate to give it to you. This is the dark paradox of desire. The moment you stop chasing the butterfly, it lands on your shoulder. But you must genuinely stop chasing. You must reach a point where the external outcome is irrelevant to your internal state. Start practicing the erasure. When a problem arises, a flat tire, a breakup, a lost contract, freeze. Do not let the automatic program run. Do not say, this is bad. Say, this happened. This is bad is a judgment. This happened is a fact. The fact cannot hurt you. Only the judgment can. Delete the judgment and you remain the king. Phase 2, biological dissection. Killing the glamour. Why do you not get what you want? Because you put it on a pedestal. You romanticize it. You look at the promotion, the beautiful partner, the luxury car, and you see them as magical objects that will fix your life. This is a hallucination. And Robert Greene uses a savage method for killing hallucinations. He strips things down to their raw core. Fine delicacies. This is the dead body of a fish. This is the dead body of a bird or a pig. Expensive wine. This is just some grape juice. Status symbols. This is just fabric and dye. And sex. The thing men destroy empires for. Friction of the entrails and a convulsive expulsion of mere mucus. Brutal, unromantic, and absolutely necessary. He was using a technique called depreciation. He was actively crushing the glamour of the world. so that the world could not enslave him. When you put something on a pedestal, you look up to it. And when you look up to it, you place yourself beneath it. You cannot possess what you worship. You can only serve it. If you want to dominate your reality, you must learn to look at things with clinical, surgical coldness. You are nervous about a meeting with a CEO. Why? Strip him down. He is a biological organism. He eats, he sleeps, he has bad breath in the morning. He is aging. He is worried about his own relevance. He is just a man. Why are you trembling before a sack of meat and anxiety? You are obsessed with a woman. Dissect the fantasy. You are not obsessed with her. You are obsessed with the dopamine hit your brain anticipates. You are obsessed with an image you projected onto her. Strip it away. See the human. See the flaws. See the mortality. When you deconstruct the object of your desire, you stop trembling. Your heart rate slows down. You regain your cognitive function. And ironically, this makes you more effective. The man who sees the CEO as a god stutters. The man who sees the CEO as a peer negotiates. The man who worships the woman becomes a creep. The man who sees the woman as a human becomes a partner. Robert Greene teaches us to drag our desires down to earth, to grab them by the throat, and look at them under a harsh light. Is this what I was afraid of? Is this what I was selling my soul for? Some fabric? Some grape juice? Some friction? Once you see reality for what it is, matter, atoms, biology, you lose the fear of losing it. And when you lose the fear of loss, you gain the freedom of action. You can finally move without hesitation. You can take risks because the worst-case scenario is just biology. Phase 3. The view from above scale as a weapon. Most of your problems are not real problems. They are problems of perspective. You are zoomed in too close. You are staring at a single pixel and screaming that the image is red. Robert Greene operates in a modern world of power, pressure, and perception. He observes leaders dealing with crises, collapsing markets, internal betrayal, and constant uncertainty. They have every reason to panic, but the ones who dominate use a mental technique to crush anxiety instantly. They zoom out. They imagine the world from a distance, a tiny point in an infinite system. They see conflicts as temporary patterns, not permanent threats. They see time not in days, but in decades. The present moment is a point in eternity. This is the view from above. When you want something too badly, it consumes your horizon. It becomes your whole world. I need this job. I need this deal. I must win this argument. This myopia makes you weak. It makes you desperate. It makes you petty. Shift your scale. Imagine looking at your life from the perspective of time. In 100 years, you will be dead. The person you are trying to impress will be dead. The person you hate will be dead. No one will remember your failures. No one will remember your successes. Your entire life, with all its drama and screaming, will be buried under layers of time. Does this depress you? It shouldn't. It should liberate you. If nothing matters in the long run, then you are free. You are free to act. You are free to fail. You are free to be bold. Why are you afraid to ask for what you want? Because of embarrassment. In 50 years, the brain that holds that memory of embarrassment will be dust. Who cares? The view from above destroys the ego. And the ego is the heaviest thing you carry. It is the anchor dragging you down. What will they think of me? Am I good enough? Do I deserve this? Drop the anchor, zoom out. Realize that you are a conscious mind in a temporary body on a rock floating through space. The stakes are zero. When you realize the stakes are zero, you play the game differently. You play with a smirk. You play with the dangerous ease of a man who has nothing to lose. And the world is terrified of men who have nothing to lose. It gets out of their way. Phase 4, the Inner Citadel, absolute sovereignty. We live in an age of intrusion. Your phone buzzes. The news screams. Social media demands your attention. Everyone wants a piece of your mind. They want to plant their fears, their products, their ideologies into your brain. Robert Greene warns about this in Modern Psychological Warfare. There is a part of you that must remain strictly off limits to the world, a core of steel that no external force can touch. The mind that is free from passions is a citadel. Man has no stronger place of refuge. But most of you have left the drawbridge down. You let anyone walk in. You let a rude comment from a stranger on the internet set up camp in your living room. You let the news cycle sleep in your bed. You are occupied territory. To get what you want, you must first reclaim your own mind. You must kick out the squatters. This requires a ruthless border patrol. You must monitor what enters your consciousness. When you feel yourself getting angry at politics, ask, did I invite this guest? No, kick it out. When you feel jealous of someone on Instagram, ask, does this thought serve the empire? No, kick it out. You must treat your attention like the gold reserves of a nation. It is finite. It is precious, and everyone is trying to steal it. The Inner Citadel is the place where you make decisions. It is where your will lives. If that place is crowded with the voices of society, your parents, your fears, then you cannot make your own decisions. You are just obeying the loudest voice in the room. Clear the room. Silence is not just the absence of noise. It is the presence of control. When you retreat into your citadel, you remember who you are. You remember your objective. You reset your emotional state. Robert Greene does not retreat from the modern battlefield. He retreats inward, even while operating in the public world. He steps back mentally, reconnects with the core, and returns with clarity. You must learn to do this. When the negotiation gets heated, retreat to the citadel. When the woman tests you, retreat to the citadel. Find that place of absolute coldness, absolute logic, absolute self-possession. From that place, you do not react. You respond, and your response will be lethal in its precision, because it is not tainted by emotion. The world is chaotic. Your mind must be ordered. The contrast between the two is what gives you power. Be the rock that the waves break against. The waves are noisy, frothing, chaotic. The rock is silent, still, ancient. Which one wins? The rock always wins. The waves eventually get tired and recede. The rock remains. Phase 5. Amore Fati. Weaponized acceptance. Now we move to the darkest, most potent weapon in the arsenal. The concept that separates the victim from the victor. Most people tolerate their fate. Some accept it. Robert Greene's philosophy demands that you use it. Amore Fati. Love of fate. This is not passive resignation. This is not it is what it is. This is an aggressive, predatory consumption of reality. Whatever happens to you is fuel. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Think about a small candle. If you throw a log on it, you extinguish it. The obstacle destroys the weak flame. Now think of a forest fire. If you throw a log on it, what happens? It consumes the log. It becomes hotter. It becomes higher. The obstacle becomes the fire. You must become the fire. You didn't get the promotion. Good. Now you have the fire to start. Your own business. She left you. Good. Now you have the time to build a physique. She will regret leaving. You got sick. Good. Now you have the stillness to build something you've been putting off. This is the ultimate reversal. When you adopt Amore Fati, you cannot lose because everything that happens, good or bad, is just more wood for your fire. Imagine fighting an opponent who gets stronger every time you hit him. An opponent who laughs when you break his arm and says, "Thank you. Now I can learn to fight with my left." You cannot defeat that man. He has hacked the game. He has turned adversity into advantage. This is how you get what you want. By realizing that everything that happens is what you wanted because you can use it. When you stop labeling events as unfortunate, you stop being a victim of fortune. You become a master of alchemy. You take the lead weight of trauma and transmute it into the gold of character. Most people are waiting for the conditions to be perfect. I'll be happy when I'll start when. The strategist says the conditions are irrelevant. The fire burns whatever is in front of it. If you are standing in a pile of garbage, burn the garbage. If you are standing in a palace, burn the palace. The material doesn't matter. The burning matters. This mindset makes you terrifyingly persistent. While others are discouraged by a closed door, you see the closed door as a chance to practice. Your lockpicking or your battering ram or your dynamite. You do not stop. You just change the fuel source.
Phase 6, the social web manipulating the hive mind. Robert Greene is not a hermit. He is a strategist. He understands that to get what you want, you must understand the animals you are dealing with. And make no mistake, humans are animals. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people you deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. This is not bitterness. This is preparation. If you walk into a lion's den expecting the lions to be vegetarians, you will be eaten. If you walk into the world expecting people to be fair, kind, and logical, you will be destroyed. The art of getting what you want involves accepting human nature exactly as it is, not as you wish it to be. Most of you are fighting reality. You get angry when people are selfish. You get angry when they lie. The strategist asks, is it possible for the world to exist without shameless people? No, it is a statistical impossibility. Therefore, when you meet a shameless person, you should not be surprised. You should treat it like discovering a new species of beetle. Ah, look, a liar, fascinating. How does this one operate? This detachment allows you to navigate the social web without getting sticky. When you judge people, you blind yourself to their utility. When you accept them as flawed mechanisms, you can press the right buttons. If you know a man is arrogant, do not try to humble him. That is your ego fighting his. Instead, feed his arrogance. Use it. If you know a man is fearful, do not tell him to be brave. Leverage his fear. Robert Greene views humanity as a single organism. We were born to work together like feet, hands, and eyes. This sounds nice, but look closer. In dark psychology, this is the concept of interconnectedness. If you want to move the hand, you must understand the nerve. To get what you want from people, you must align your selfish desire with their selfish nature. You do not ask for a favor. You offer an opportunity for them to feel good, or rich, or powerful. You stop seeing them as enemies and start seeing them as puzzle pieces. Some pieces are jagged, some are smooth. It is your job to fit them together to build your picture. Never complain about the pieces. The pieces are what they are. The master builder works with the stone he has, not the stone he wishes he had.
Phase 7. The urgency of death, the ultimate deadline. Why are you lazy? Why do you procrastinate? Why do you hesitate to go after what you want? Because you think you have time. You live as if you are destined to live forever. You treat your life like a dress rehearsal. You think, I'll do it next year. I'll start on Monday. Robert Greene emphasizes this in a modern context through ruthless awareness of time and mortality. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This is not morbid. This is the highest form of motivation. If I put a gun to your head and told you that you had 1 hour to finish your work, would you scroll on TikTok? Would you worry about the perfect font? Would you care if your hair looked good? No, you would have laser focus. You would eliminate all distractions. You would do only what is essential. Death is the gun at your head. It is just a very slow bullet, but it is coming. To get what you want, you must manufacture urgency. You must realize that your potential is rotting every second you do not use it. Robert Greene frames this as living with intensity and purpose, acting as if each move carries weight. Imagine the power of that. If this was your last conversation with your partner, would you argue about the dishes or would you speak with intention? If this was your last business pitch, would you hold back or would you leave everything on the table? When you live with the Reaper standing behind your left shoulder, you stop caring about trivialities. You stop caring about awkwardness. You stop caring about fear. Fear is a luxury for people who think they have a future. The man who is about to die has no fear. He has only purpose. Use death. Let it sharpen you. Let it cut away the fat of your life. The bad friends, the wasted hours, the petty grudges. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. That is the secret. You are already dead. The life you were trying to protect, it's gone. This time you have now, it's bonus time. It's overtime. So play like it. Play aggressive. Play loose. Play to win. Phase 8. The Premeditation of Evils. Immunity to Chaos. Premeditatio Malorum. The Premeditation of Evils. Most people visualize success. They close their eyes and see the mansion, the applause, the victory. This feels good, but it makes you weak. It makes you soft. Because when reality hits you in the mouth, you are shocked. Robert Greene emphasizes a darker, more strategic approach in modern terms. You prepare for worst-case scenarios so reality can never surprise you. If you want to be untouchable, you must make friends with your worst nightmares. Are you afraid of going broke? Visualize it deeply. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing zero. Imagine sleeping in your car. Imagine the hunger. Walk through it in your mind. Feel the cold. Now look around. You are still breathing. You are still alive. You realize that even your worst nightmare is survivable. Once you realize the worst-case scenario is survivable, you lose the fear of it. And when you lose the fear of failure, you become dangerous. You become the guy who goes all in because he knows he can handle the loss. The man who needs to win is stressed. The man who is prepared to lose is relaxed. And in the game of life, the relaxed player almost always beats the stressed player. Run the simulation. Break your own heart in your mind, so the world can't do it in reality. Destroy your ego in private so it can't be destroyed in public. By the time the crisis actually arrives, you have already lived through it 1,000 times. You are bored by the crisis. While everyone else is panicking, you are executing. We started this journey looking for how to get what you want, and we arrived at a strange paradox. You get what you want by realizing that you are the source of the want and the source of the satisfaction. When you apply these laws, erasure of victimhood, deleting the judgments, biological dissection, stripping the glamour, the view from above, insignificance of events, the inner citadel, total mental border control, Amore Fati, consuming the obstacle, social interconnectedness, using human nature, memento mori, urgency of death, premeditatio malorum, immunity to shock. You cease to be a leaf blowing in the wind. You become the wind. You stop reacting. You start creating. People will look at you and wonder why you are different. They will see a stillness in your eyes that unnerves them. They will see a discipline that scares them. They will see a man who walks through the fire and does not burn. They will think you are lucky. They will think you are gifted. They will not know the violence you committed against your own weakness in the dark. They will not know the number of times you had to kill your ego. They will not know that you are not lucky. You are simply prepared. You have built a mind that is aligned with nature, aligned with reality and aligned with power. And when you are aligned with reality, reality stops fighting you. It starts flowing through you. You get what you want because you have become the kind of person who deserves it. But be warned, this path is not for everyone. It is lonely, it is cold. It requires you to abandon the comfort of complaining. It requires you to abandon the warmth of the victim group. You will walk alone, but you will walk as a king. But there is a final trap, a trap that even men of power struggle with. Because once you master your own mind, you will realize that the greatest danger is not the world. It is the seduction of your own power. How do you stop the sovereign mind from becoming a tyrant? How do you keep the edge without losing your humanity? That is the shadow side of power. And that is a lesson for another time. If this opened your eyes, understand this is only what I can show publicly. There are videos I cannot upload for everyone. There are aspects of dark psychology that I simply cannot discuss publicly on YouTube without being censored or demonetized. The algorithm suppresses the most powerful information. Subscribe if you haven't.